Okay. So there will be.
أستاذ
نعم.
لقيت درس بتحاول تشرح لي التاني.
يا ابني بس انت طول بالك يعني انت تفكر حالك you will answer
ماشي
before.
خلاص آسف.
Just wait. They will send you a schedule for online homeworks, quizzes or exams. The online exam, the date they will send it to you, but the material will be included is everything we took it in thermal physics, everything till end of radiation. So what we will do today will not be included. So everything till the last class, including the homework طبعا. I will send you the solution of the homework later on after I receive all the homework from everybody. So there will be an online exam for this will be for unit. Sorry, not unit. I mean second assessment. Second assessment will be online exam. The date they will send it to you, but this is the material that will be required, okay? And all details will be given to you inshallah later on. This is for now.
شو التايتل عشان مش قادر اقرا من
Okay. The title عندنا today it's Sunday 5th of April. Today we want to start a new title called Specific Heat Capacity. It's on pages 120 and 121. Although it will take from us more than one class, I think, as I'm expecting, it will take all of this week. We will talk about this lesson. If we finish it before بيكون كويس. It will take us some time. We want to start by 120 I mean. طبعا in the book there is page 118, 119 هذولا I skipped them on purpose لأنه the order of the book is not as good as I want. We'll do them later on. So the exam here, it will be pages, and I wrote them already there. بس خلينا نقول pages are from 101 to 117. These are the pages that will be included in the online test. Okay? Today we want to start by a new title called Specific Heat Capacity. What does this mean? I will explain, I will not write right now, so I want you to concentrate with me. And after I finish, we will write everything together. It will be clear after we finish everything. So just right now, please pay attention to what we are talking about here. Let's say if I want to make a cup of tea. Now you put let's say هذا aluminum beaker, you put it on the stove, you are waiting for the water to boil. If I decide just okay أستاذ خلاص stop, I don't want the tea, I want to drink let's say juice. Now if you touch the metal beaker, after 1 minute of heating, it will be very hot and it may burn your hand. But if you put your finger inside the water after 1 minute, it's only warm, it's not hot. Okay? Now the question is why? Why water is not as hot as the metal inside it? طب ما هو metal is a good heat conductor. طب why water takes longer time to be heated? Now, this question, okay, please pause, mute yourself. I know there is a noise. Mute yourself, and when you want to ask something, you can unmute yourself. Okay, so they said, if I want to check how much energy is needed to heat certain elements, قالوا let's make a fair test. So to have a fair test, you need to bring certain amount of each element. Let's say you got 1 kilogram of copper, 1 kilogram of water, maybe 1 kilogram of steel. طبعا the size is different, it's okay. And I'm not saying same size, I'm saying same amount, same mass. So let's bring 1 kilogram of each material and see how much energy is needed to heat them all. But somebody may ask, Ustaz, to heat them to what? يعني to what limit? To have fair test, they must be heated by the same limit. So what is the limit there? طلع شو بنقول؟ بنقول the limit. بنقول let's see what is the energy needed to heat the copper, let's say from 20 degrees to 21 degrees Celsius. So I increase the temperature by 1 degree Celsius. Maybe water, it's already at 23. It's okay. Just say how much energy needed to become 24 degrees Celsius. And the copper, maybe it's at 18 degrees Celsius. See how much energy is needed to change it to 19 degrees Celsius. So all of them are heated by 1 degree Celsius. All of them are 1 kilogram. And I want to check the energy for all of them. Okay? Now, what did we get? They made tables. They made tables. They said, and this table is not also for memorization, don't write anything. They said, okay, for water, how much energy is needed for 1 kilogram and to heat it by 1 degree Celsius? How much energy? They discover in the water needs 4,200 joules of energy if you have only 1 kilogram of water and you want to increase the temperature by only 1 degree Celsius. And they said, طب Ustaz, for aluminum, aluminum is only 900. This is why the aluminum beaker becomes very hot sooner than the water. ليش؟ Again, طلع please. لأنه the aluminum needs 900 joules for 1 degree. So let's say the stove give us 10,000 joules. 10,000 joule, every 900 will cause us 1 degree. Another 900, another 900. يعني the temperature will increase at least by 11 or 12 degrees Celsius. While the water, it needs 4,000 for only 1. For 10,000, it will cause us the temperature to increase by only 2 degrees Celsius, while this is 11 degrees Celsius. This is why aluminum will be hotter. This table, these numbers here, they have been called specific heat capacity. What does this mean? The specific heat capacity is the energy. Energy needed for what? Energy needed to increase the temperature, not for anything, for only 1 kilogram. By how much? By only 1 degree Celsius. And they put these numbers in a list, in tables, they are spread worldwide, and now we know what is the specific heat capacity of any material, whatever it is. We know the specific heat capacity. So, the first question, I don't want to write anything of these. The first question, they will ask you, define what is meant by specific heat capacity. Let's write. Yes, ma'am.
أستاذ هذا ما نكتب اللي كتبته هلا.
لا هلا بدنا نكتب يلا. هذا كان explanation. هلا let's write. Meaning, what is meant by specific heat capacity. Meaning, بنقول it I ask you, it is the energy. But what type of energy? مين يجاوبني? What type of energy? Is it the kinetic energy or the gravitational energy? It's what? Thermal. Yes. So it is the heat or thermal energy. طبعا anywhere in physics, heat or thermal means the same. So it is the heat or thermal energy needed for what? Who can continue with me? Needed for what?
To heat أستاذ 1 kilogram.
لحظة شكرا عبد. إذا to خلينا نقول increase مع إنه to heat صح. بس أحسن نقول to increase the temperature of 1 kilogram of a substance by how much? By how much? To increase the temperature by how much?
1 Celsius.
By 1 degree Celsius. So this is the definition of the specific heat capacity. The specific heat capacity represents energy. What type of energy? Heat energy. But this is heat energy needed for what? It's only when we use it to increase the temperature, not of anything, of only 1 kilogram by 1 degree Celsius. طب سؤال. Let me ask you a question. Now, if you want to make a cup of tea, do you need 1 kilogram of water? احنا بدنا cup. الcup is how much? تقريبا المج. It's almost quarter kilogram, يعني 250 grams. فاحنا we don't need all of this much. صح.
Divided by 4.
صحيح. بس مش بس هيك كمان. انت to make a cup of tea, you don't increase the temperature from 20 to 21. It's not enough. Maybe the temperature is 20, you need to increase it to boiling, to 100. So, the specific heat capacity is a certain number. It's not for memorization. عشان هيك قلت لكم don't write the table. It's not for memorization. It will be given to you. But these numbers, which we call them specific heat capacity, can be used to know the heat energy needed for anything. Who is sharing something on the home? حبايبي, remove the share. صايم.
بدي يسأل سؤال.
عادي يسأل بس ما بصير يعمل شيرنج بهاي الطريقة لأنه راح يروح هذا الرسم صح؟ بزبطش حبيبي تعمل هيك لأنك أنت you remove all the board وبيطلع بس سؤالك. This is not accepted. Unmute yourself and ask the question normally. Okay. This is the heat energy engine for specific one. عشان هيك we call it specific. Now, if I want to know any amount of heat needed for anything, what should I do? خليني أورجيكم. بنقول.
أستاذ مصطفى تستخدمها كسكيل.
يعني
Scale direct proportion.
Yes, but there is an equation easier than direct proportional. مع إنه you are right. بنقول in general the energy equal M times C times delta T. What does A represent? بنقول A represents the heat energy needed for heating anything by any amount. يعني heating 1 kilogram, half kilogram, 10 kilogram, I don't care. And heat it to how much? To 1 degree, to 500 degree, to 3 degrees. It's up to you.
So قعدت تحكي ايش كتبت بس يصير عندك.
E, the heat energy. If you can't see it, حبيبي, it will be recorded at the end of this lesson, and I will send you the link on YouTube to see it. Okay? بس هلا E
من عندي من عند كل.
ايش بدك يا حبيبي؟
هو مش واضح عندي ولا عند الكل كمان.
مش عارف.
لا أنا واضح عندي بس مش يعني إلا واضح بقدر أقرأ يعني.
أنا غباش عندي من البيت.
يعني أقربه شوي صغيرة ممكن يفرق إذا عملت هيك بصير أحسن ولا نفس الإشي؟
علي بس الكاميرا شوي لفوق أو
Is it better this
أما
way?
شوف the heat energy needed.
أيوة. For heating. So E, the heat energy needed for heating. Heating what? Heating anything. Okay? Or E may represent the heat energy maybe not needed, maybe released while cooling. Okay, I'll explain this statement at the end. So, if you want to know the heat energy needed for heating, or maybe the heat energy released when cooling, what do you need? You need to know what is M. M represents what? M represents the mass. The mass that you are heating. If it's 1 kilogram or 2 kilogram or whatever it is. C is the specific heat capacity of the material that you are using. So, remember with me. C is a property of matter. C is the specific heat capacity for this material. This is the...
يعني لو كان عندنا ألمنيوم نحطه 900.
بس not for memorization, he will give it to us. Yes. أنا بس هيك معلش نكتبها SHC عشان we will write this many times. Specific heat capacity SHC. This is only here. In the externals you're not allowed to write SHC, okay? You're not. So just only here we will write SHC. So C is the specific heat capacity, and delta T is the change in temperature. How much the temperature is increased, or حتى كمان how much the temperature is decreased, we found it by this equation. MC delta T. Okay. طيب اسمع. Now what are the units? يلا. Heat energy, whether needed for cooling or release. What's the unit for the heat?
Joules.
Joules, we said any type of energy is in joule. We studied previously 10 types of energy. كلياتهم are in joules. M the mass. What is the unit for the mass? شو it should be? Kilogram. Yes, kilogram. And the change in temperature. The change in temperature is degree Celsius. Now let's see what is the unit for the specific heat capacity. خلينا نشوف. طلع. بنقول C, if I want to make C is the subject of formula, so C equal energy over mass times change in temperature. So C is joules.
Joule per kilogram Celsius.
أيوة per. You need to open a bracket here to show that this is divided by these two. إيش هم؟ Mass, which is in kilogram, times بنحط dot أو even without dot degree Celsius. So this is the unit for the specific heat capacity. What is the unit for specific heat capacity? Joule per kilogram degree Celsius.
بس اعمل تريانجل. حط الانرجي فوق والام تايم سي تايم.
بس مو هذا بيطلع صعب لانه هذا 4 التريانجل 3 اسهل. بزبط طبعا بزبط مش ما بزبط. اوكي.
استاذ الهيت كاباسيتي
ايش هي؟
ايش
unit
اليونت يا
joule per kilogram degree Celsius. Joule per kilogram degree Celsius. يعني not only joule per kilogram و not only joule per degree Celsius, it's joule per both kilogram degree Celsius. اوكي طيب
أستاذ
نعم.
لما تحط اليونت بالامتحان لازم جي على بير، لازم تجيب لك كيلوغرام.
يعني افضل I prefer if you didn't maybe they will accept it but I prefer to put it there. طيب now
Ustaz,
نعم
can I ask you a question?
يا تفضل.
What's the difference between per kilogram and per Kelvin?
per kilogram and per what? What's the other?
Kelvin?
يعني هلا احنا Kelvin is not required from us here in our syllabus. بس if it was joule per kilogram Kelvin or joule per kilogram Celsius, it's the same for us. Okay? It's the same. So don't worry, we don't have the Kelvin there. طيب, let me give you one question to see how we can use this in calculation. Question. An electric heater of 2000 watt. What do you mean by 2000 watt? حدا بتذكر what does 2000 watt represent?
هاي باور
Power. Okay. Is used to heat 250 grams of water from 20 degrees Celsius to or until it boils. Until it boils. Okay. A. Oh, let me write here. If the specific heat capacity of water is 4,200 joule per kilogram degree Celsius. Now, what does he want? A. Calculate the amount of the needed heat energy needed for boiling. How much energy do you need? Do you need 100 joule, 500 joule, 1000 joule?
لا
84,000
نو
84,000.
You did it here immediately. I don't know if the answer is right or wrong. We need to do the equation. What is the equation states? It says the energy needed for heating, the heat energy equal M times C times delta T. How much the mass?
0.25 kilogram.
Okay, الماس 250 grams. الماس 250 grams. انتبهوا please, انتبهوا. The specific heat capacity هي 4,200 joule per kilogram. 4,200 joule per kilogram degree Celsius. هلا ask yourself لأنه مرات sometimes they give you this joule per gram. If I give it to you joule per gram, then it's okay. Leave this in grams. But since this is in grams and this is in kilograms, not accepted. So we have to divide this by 1,000 to become in kilogram. Okay? Times 4,200 times the change in temperature it was 20 degrees Celsius and we wanted to boil. So 100 minus 20. So let's do it on calculator here.
85 بتصير 20
ايش بدك يا رامز حبيبي؟ اهدى يا عبد اشتغل لحالك. رامز
أستاذ في أشياء مش واضحة أستاذ، في كمان صايم وعشاء بياكلوا مش واضح.
يعني انا ما يعني شو بقدر اعمل رامز؟ ما بقدر اعمل اشي، انا خطي كبير وبحاول. I am recording it يا رامز حبيبي. I am recording this lesson. I'm sorry انه it's not clear. I don't know the reason. But after we finish you can see I will upload the video on YouTube and you can see it from there, okay? I'm so sorry يعني بس I wish I can help you there. Okay. The answer, the final answer is 84,000 joules. 84,000 joules. طيب. Okay. Now let me put B.
أستاذ عندي تعيد ليش قسمت على 1000؟
Because it's in grams, you should to make it in kilogram because this was joule per kilogram. So here also should be kilogram. B. State the energy that will be released if this water cools down to 20 degrees Celsius. State means you don't need to calculate, just find the final answer. So state the energy released if it takes 84,000 to be heated from 100 to 20. Now if it cools down from 100 to the same temperature, يعني same answer.
نفس الجواب عشان ما فيش انرجي لوس قدامه صح؟
لا ما هو هاي اسمها انرجي لوس، اسمها انرجي لوس. ما هي هيت بعدين لوس. قصدك is not lost to any other substance صح؟
ما بتروح
صح بالضبط. So amount of energy needed to increase the temperature or the amount of energy released when the temperature cools down, it's the same equation. And if the same numbers then the same number again يعني same 100 to 20 معناته 20 to 100 same number, okay? نفس الشيء. طيب last thing C. No, calculate the time taken to boil the water. Calculate the time. You know, energy equal. From where we get the time? Do you suggest anything? From where we get the time?
Power
Power times time. برافو عليكم. This is 84,000. This is 2,000. So this is the T. So time equal divide by 2,000. Time equal 42 seconds.
كيف لقيت انه الباور 2000؟
Given in the question at the beginning of the question. At the beginning of the question. Okay. Now, it's enough for today. Listen to me, please. Grade 9. Listen to me. First, I asked you to do the homework. I know that some they said it's not working, but مش عارف, I don't know the reason. بس على كل I put it on physics folders, and more than بجوز 30 from you they give me the homework. The ones that didn't give me the homework yet, your last Final time is today at 2 p.m. After 2 p.m. don't send it. خلاص. I will put 7 out of 20 وريح راسي. Before 2 p.m. before 2 afternoon مش p.m. يعني at night, p.m. يعني afternoon. 2 p.m. you need to solve the homework and send it to me the way that you want. في كتير بعتوا لي اياه على الاساينمنتس او حتى كتير بعتوا لي على الشات وفيو on the assignment. It's okay. Send it anywhere. Just I need to see your solution and it will be graded for the third assessment. If you did not yet, you have a few hours to do it. الساعة هلا 12. بعد شوي بتخلص السكول عندكم على الوحدة. في معكم 1 hour to solve 4 questions. It's 29 minutes. يعني it should not take you 1 hour to do it. So by 2, it will be your last chance. So if you did it خلاص, you don't need to do it again. But if you did not do it, then please send it before 2 p.m. Aya, do you want something?
I just want to see the board.